What's up YouTube amigos, it's your camera boy Jona and I hope everybody is having a super chill day. At the moment when I'm making YouTube videos, I'm actually using this strobe studio flash as a key light. But when I was doing that yesterday, sadly this has a timer that kind of stops after a couple of minutes. It was 2 at night already when I was making this video, so I was a little bit tired and I was kind of in the zone when I was talking, so that's why I didn't notice it. I thought about reshooting it, but then I thought, you know what? Let's just enjoy these cozy night vibes together with me and yeah, enjoy the video. Our favorite, most aesthetic YouTube couple just dropped a preset pack, so I'm making a review for you guys. But before we do that, let's quit the nagging once and for all about people using presets. If you use presets, you're not a real photographer. One, if you have an album and you edit one photo and then you sync the settings to all of the photos, you're kinda using a preset, to be honest. And if you're not doing this, you're editing each photo by its own. If you make an album, it should have a consistent look. So that's just kind of weird. Two, a lot of returning clients actually want like a consistent look that's the same every week. For example, the nightclubs that I shoot, for each nightclub I make another edit and then I turn this edit into a preset so I can use it every time I shoot there. This is quite normal, it's marketing. They want to have like this specific look about their club. So every time people see the picture on social media, they directly know it's from that club. And so if they see these pictures popping up with a lot of friends of them, they want to go to this club. 3, people actually hire you for your preset. What I mean with this, normally as a photographer, you have some look, you have some kind of style, and actually when people are, for example, browsing your website and they like the style, well, probably they expect something similar, so that's why you use your preset to give this to the people. Because when all of a sudden they get a totally different style of photos, of editing, probably they won't be too happy because they hired you because of your style. 4, a lot of people don't want to be a photographer, they just want to have cool photos, so why bother them like, hey no, you should learn Lightroom. Let them just buy a preset pack and let them have some fun with it. I mean, photography and especially like hobby photography, it's something you should do for fun, so why should people bother you? So if you want to use presets, just go ahead. Now I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn Lightroom. I like seeing presets from different creators. It's always kind of just cool to have like sometimes an inspiration for a new look that you yourself want to incorporate in your style. But it's always the most fun when you create your own preset from scratch. So I still recommend you to learn Lightroom. You suck! Get out of here, man! Now I actually went out and I took some pictures to apply these presets on, because, well, if you buy a preset pack, you kinda have to be smart about it. Let's say if you're traveling the world and all you do is shoot pictures at white, sandy, tropical beaches, well, then you probably don't want to buy a preset pack of a person who shoots urban night photos. Even if you like the style of this person and you really like his pictures, the chances of these presets working well on your pictures are kind of small. So that's why if you want to buy presets, look for a photographer who shoots at the same type of locations, shoots at the same time of day. Because, you know, if you shoot at blue hour or if you shoot at golden hour or if you shoot in harsh sunlight, it all makes a big difference. So I went out and I took some pictures inspired by Mango Street. I would say their style is aesthetic, minimal, weird, a little bit hipster, but not in a bad way. Slightly edgy, slightly artsy. So let's go out and shoot some pictures. So we're gonna take a picture now with my cute pink little socks. It has this hot dog on it. That's quite hipster, I would say. Quite minimalistic as well, because they're like clean white shoes and these pink socks. And then we're going to just use some of the green and the white lines here. So it's gonna be a cool hipster fashion kind of photo. Alright, so every hipster and minimalist person likes a pure black world map. So that's why we're going to take a picture with this now. Kind of brick wall to give it even more like kind of like a retro vibe. We use these metallic poles as a foreground element. That's maybe something that they wouldn't do. They would probably have like more of like a flat image. So just like straight on take the picture with more like a 35mm lens instead of this 85 1.2. But I just got it yesterday, so we need to try it out. Yeah, pretty cool shot overall, I think. So let's go to the next one. Well, actually we stopped recording the shoot because we wanted to make it a 10-minute quickie. Now let's apply the presets on the photos. Overall, I really like the presets. It's for sure actually a more unique preset pack than a lot of them out there. When you apply them, they're relatively strong, but not too much, because some presets are like really hard and then they only work on like the perfect scenario when like the style of the preset really matches the style of the picture or like the lighting that was going on. This is not the case. You can play around with these a little bit and make them work for a lot of scenarios. They're perfect for Instagrammers, bloggers, or even like businesses, like let's say a coffee shop, a design shop, who want to like up their social media game. It's cool that you can have like a consistent look in your grid or your website or wherever you want to use these images, but still have like some kind of like unique elements in there, because with every color scheme you have multiple presets, so you can still mix it up a little bit. Obviously presets, you still need to adjust them to your own likings and taste and make them fitting to the image. For example, this one I changed it up a little bit. Also, in general, I like to shoot my photos a little bit underexposed. I like a little bit of a more darker look. So that's why some of these photos here are a little bit darker. But if you take your image a little bit brighter, then a preset will obviously also be more brighter and light. I'm not going to say much more about them, except that it's actually a pretty nice preset pack. So good job, Mango Street. I think my favorites were the tans. What do you think? Which one do you prefer for your grid? Drop it in the comments. Guys, this video was really a struggle to make. First, well, the two dark parts, and now I noticed that my perfectly black, white and red aesthetic was ruined by my pants lying here in the corner. Oh well, we're only just humans, right? If you enjoyed this video, drop the like, check out some of my free presets that I offer here on this channel, and well, subscribe is always a good option. Just saying. Jona out.